Hey everyone, it's Anita and I'm coming to you live from my loft. I'd like to say it's the living room, but I'm sort of officially in the dining room, which is also the kitchen because I live in a loft, so it's all one big room. And Hollywood is abandoned, which is kind of yummy actually. There's no one on the streets, there's no one walking around. The air pollution is actually pretty amazing, except I will share a couple things with you. 5G is here and I am really being affected by it. Actually, my doctor had asked me to get this 5G protector. Check online and look and see what other things you can do to protect yourself from the 5G. There's some stuff going on in the air that's actually not helping the COVID problem, but there's other things in the air going on. So just check with the EMFs and the unseen life forces because there's some things that could be affecting your health right now. But one of the things I did want to talk about today is I probably should be doing this on live, but I'm not. I'm going to tape it here for you. I just want to give you a couple key tips. I sent out, doing a 3-part newsletter. Part 1 and 2 came out. The response has been unbelievably overwhelming. I really tried to dig deep and give some really important and meaningful content from a Chinese perspective of what's happening, Chinese metaphysical perspective. And I think it was really helpful for me and a lot of people out there. So I will also tell you, go to my website, anitarosenberg.com, sign up for the newsletter. Part 3 will come out Saturday, and you can read part 1 and 2. And I think it will be really helpful. A few of the highlights from part 1 that I want to share with you right now happens to be I gave a lot of really what I felt was impactful guidance when I was doing the reboots and Bazi readings and yearly wealth profile breakdowns in October, November, December. And there were a few things in it. I was like, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm telling it to you. And now I know why I am telling you this. So the top 3 things that it's a little too late, but not really too late. But if you wait much longer, it will be too late to do. Number 1 was I said to everyone, you need to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of cash set aside. At the time, I didn't really know what that meant. I said, I'm just going to share that with you and take it for what it is. But now we know why we need money set aside, because some of you who are not receiving paychecks and not working right now, you need fallback money. And if you were working paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately, you're going to find yourself without any money. So you need to put some money aside. Number 2 was collect your debts. If you had people who owed you money at the end of 2019, you are not going to be able to collect it right now. So I was kind of giving everyone the heads up that they needed to collect the money right now. Still get out there, try to collect that money quickly, because honestly, if you wait another month or 2, it's just not gonna be easy to collect. And 3 was, this is the year for deeper and more meaningful connections and contacts. That is something you can do from home. I know we're all isolated in our little pods, but gosh, I'm finding that Zoom has been the lifesaver. It's kind of the new way to communicate. I'm actually excited because instead of a lot of phone calls that I would be making, I get to see people interact as if I'm already with them. I mean, yesterday I had a Zoom conference with someone in Australia and a new client in Switzerland. And I don't know, Zoom's a game changer for me. So connect, network, build your contacts. This is something really proactive that you could be doing right now. A couple of things I wanted to also go over since I've got your attention and I've set myself up here. Wanted to know, why did this happen? When did it happen? Now, we knew that we were going to have a recession in Chinese metaphysics. We knew that it was going to be not so great in 2020, get worse in 2021. That's because we're in a rat year and going to an ox year. But by 2022, things will be actually really good and work out and be much better. But that means that you all have 2 years to get your shit together in the world of finances and business, whether you're a freelancer, you have a gig, you have your own company. So this is the time where you're not doing the TikToks and the Netflix and chilling. You really actually need to be proactive and really have a game plan and work that plan. So one of the things that happened was December 25th was an eclipse. Eclipses are considered bad luck in a lot of the metaphysical fields. You don't go outside and look up at the eclipse. like our President Donald Trump decided he needed to do. So one of the things that happens is we look to see on the day of the eclipse, what was the Chi Men chart and what were the energies being affected by the eclipse? What was the eclipse negatively affected? Well, it affected a few things. It affected, looking at my newsletter from, this was the newsletter I sent out, so I'm just kind of using it as a reference here, but it had heart, which was in the Chi Men focus box, doctors and medical and hospitals. So yeah, those are being affected, and also the life door, that's finance. So we knew there'd be a recession. We didn't know what would trigger it. What triggered it was the heart, which is medical. The COVID coronavirus is what triggered the recession. So when eventually they get a handle on this, which is sort of predicted to be kind of getting better in May, by June, July, things will all start moving around. The prediction in Chinese astrology is August. We'll hopefully be back to travel, adventure, but it will never be business as normal. It will be the new normal, and I do think people will be very fearful and frightened. We all have a whole new way of connecting and communicating, and that's kind of going to go into how we are moving forward together, communicating as the year goes on. But to kind of give you an idea, right now, money, there is money. There's lots of money. And where is it flowing? And you want to go with the industries in the area where the money's flowing. So in part 3 coming up, I'll send it on Saturday, I'm going to talk about where is the money flowing? Where's the wealth flowing? Because if you want the wealth, you've got to tap into where it's flowing. So where it is not flowing right now is, we happen to know that in 2020, the water element is very weak. So those industries were never predicted to do well. That is travel. Travel industry is just about dead right now. Airlines, cruise ships. Okay, I think cruise ship business is going to be really difficult to reboot that. I think it's going to take a long time. So you want to go with the fields, with the industries. You want to even approach your current industry with where the wealth is flowing, and I will provide some tips for you on that. So please sign up for that. There's 2 things to just keep in mind. Do you want to be healthy with money, or do you want to be sick with no money? These are your 2 choices. That's really it. Of course, we want to be healthy with money. So, there's so much great guidance, whether it's me or whether it's some other metaphysical practitioners or whether it's other business guidance. Seek, learn, grow, take courses, take classes, because this is the year to up your skill set. If you decide, you know what, I'm just going to let it all pass and let's just see what happens and go with the flow, by the time we move on in August, September, you're dead in the water. I promise you, you will be dead in the water. You will not be relevant anymore. This is the time to really raise your skill set, be more valuable, be indispensable. Whether you work for a company, the people that are going to get fired are the ones that are not adding to their bottom line. If you're in sales and you can add to their money and bottom line, you will still have a job. If not, you're going to be irrelevant. So you need to kind of get your strategy going. So I want to kind of leave you with this thought, at the beginning of everybody staying at home and the fearful factor, which is still there, I think natural tendency was shrink. Let's just shrink and get small and just hope it'll all pass. That's not the way to go. The way to go is to expand and grow. That is where you want to go. You want to come out of this thing amazingly, and you want to raise your vibration and your aura. So one of the things that I was offering in the newsletter, because normally I don't have sort of one-on-one time that's for not a lot of money, and I did want to create something that was affordable for more people, and wow, everyone kind of picked up on it, and that got me, I was crazily busy this week. So what I would say is, in newsletter 1, 2, and 3, there is a link, or you could reach out to me personally, Anita at AnitaRosenberg.com. I'm offering something called Chi Men Fast Track. It's I'm taking you up. I'm booting you into crisis mode. It's energy work. It's pure energy work, directions, healing. How can we heal? How can we raise our vibration? How can we expand our aura? If you meditate, this is the fast track for you. If you don't meditate, I will show you a simple, easy way to get you there. And I'm also adding in the skill set. What is your skill set this year that you need to apply? So that's kind of pretty awesome. I'm going to be offering something new a little in part 3. So take a look. It's feng shui. I'm going to just give you the quickie, like what are the best feng shui directions that you can work with to really make sure that your house is holding in energy this year, because you're home, right? We're all home in our house, in our space. So it's got to be amazing and supportive and yummy and support all the things that we want to have in it. I have so much more to share. There's some great stuff. There's some spiritual, like, what do I call it? I call it my spiritual perspective. I have a really fun analogy. My brother David, who's in Phoenix, talked about the waves. So please, I put it out there for you to get this information, for you to read it, have it, share it. So again, it's the newsletter. You can read the newsletter on the website, but I'd love for you to sign up. And it's at www.anitarosenberg.com. Please come join me. I'm trying to get this out to you fast and furious. I'd love to work with you on your Batsa chart. I'd love to work with you on doing the fast track. I've got people doing also the monthly Chi-Men. I just sent out April. April energy really starts, I think it's the 4th or 5th. So you still have a couple days. If you'd like to get a monthly Chi-Men forecast on guidance, if you're someone who's like a little all over the place and could use some focus, that's for you. So lots of stuff, sending you healing blessings for a lovely weekend. Hang in there, and reporting out live from my my dining room, living room, kitchen combo location.